I've been outside for a while now. Have my heavy-duty purple gloves on because I'm pulling more thistle. But thought I'd show you a little bit of a garden update of sorts. Daryl's up there putting some dirt that we had pushed over. We're trying to make a small patio out front. So he's getting the dirt, putting it in the wagon to put in our potato pots. So I think he has 3 set up now. And this is just my hosta garden here. I don't see any weeds to pull. So that's a plus on my part. Put the cardboard down and the mulch over it. And these hostas came from not only my niece Shelley's place over by Mohican River, but a friend, a prior co-worker of mine, Kathy, also gifted to me quite a few hostas last year, and I'm ever so grateful. So if either one of you watch this and want to gift me some more, I'll take them. And I have the iris are done, obviously. Have a grass, ornamental grass growing here, and more hostas up. There's a thistleweed I need to pick. Did get my 4-wire hanging wire basket planted with wave petunias. I did pick the colors of purple and yellow. That is the color of our school system over here. So I thought, yeah, that was appropriate. So here we have more hostas and daylilies. We have growing over here on the other side of the fence, sassafras tree. You can see that's a sassafras limb right there. Well, they've escaped underneath the fence and they're growing out here in the garden. So I think we're going to dig some of those up. My friend Sue, who I also used to work with at a nursing home, I gave her 1 or 2 last year, and if I'm not mistaken, her husband ran them over with the mower. So I'm going to give her a few more. Hopefully she won't, knock a tooth out or 2 if he gets close to them. So I have my hostas and peonies are done. A little bit of weeding in here, and here's another one of the baskets. And some sedum. Those were my mother's. They're doing wonderful. A few more straggly weeds I have to pull out or cut out. And my hostas, a mum that, knock on wood somewhere, I'll do it in the foot here. This came back. I've had this 3 years now. And this peony is done with. Here's another sassafras that came up under the fence. And this is a wave petunia that I did get pink also. Purple is my favorite color, but I thought the 3 of those looked nice together. And here again, we have some wayward sassafras trees and some more sedum. And in the corner there's a hosta. I planted a rose bush here 2 years ago and nothing, nada. It was deader than a doornail. So I dug that up the other day. In fact, that's the rose bush. And I planted an autumn clematis. It's white. And the autumn ones get quite large. It has the beautiful white flowers. Sweet autumn is what it's called. And hubby is going to build me either a big trellis, or I think maybe just a piece of chicken wire sort of clung on to maybe the corner of the fence for that to grow up. And see, this is the dog's area, Great Pyrenees Place. There's smudge sticking out there. It looks like sassy. Getting their fresh air here. This area over here needs weeded bad. You see, I have thistle weeds down there I've been pulling. This is a, sorry, it just slipped my mind. Bush, invasive, yellow buds, yellow flowers, and I just can't think of it. We dug a piece up when we left the place we used to live at, and we have to replant this somewhere because it's just taken over. And I see some more thistles here that I didn't get. I have wild onion chives here that are everywhere. And my astilbe is getting ready to bloom. I have more milkweed. In fact, if anybody wants any milkweed, I do have some pods that I can take the seeds out of. And those yellow flowers are, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't remember. This is our wisteria bush. It's blooming. Some are died out, some are still coming on. You can see the limb there. Those vines, you can't break them, you have to cut them. They're just like, you know how they say the long arm of the law? Well, this is the long arm of a wisteria bush. It goes everywhere. And I planted a clematis here 2 years ago, and that's why I purchased this trellis. Well, the wisteria bush has taken over the vine. So hopefully, I did plant a purple clematis this year at the bottom. Hopefully that will survive. Next thing I'm going to be doing is bringing out a pair of pruning shears and cutting this beautiful smelling but non-giving bush a trim. I mean, the vines are everywhere. They're just, see, they're just everywhere. And thistles have taken this over, as did Daryl. I used to have perennials under here, but not anymore. Guess I should have known better than to plant there. So, this was also the area we did have our wood chips that were given to us free by the tree pruners, and that the township made us move because, you know, from the road to so much into what you think is your land isn't your land. The township owns it. But they sure won't come out and take care of it. So anyway, into the actual garden. I'll go over here. This is the raised bed that I planted onions in, and I still have just as many onions that I haven't planted, but they're all doing rather well. So, and of course, Miss Ellie is joining us on this little tour. Broccoli here is doing well. Yesterday I planted 4 types of cabbage, and it looks like the cats have already dug out some of the little tags that I have, so I'll have to redo those. And then I was gifted some kale. So Claire, if you see this, I have kale growing. I traded some rattlesnake beans and some gem corn for the kale. So I thought I did pretty good there. And over here are, I think these are zucchinis. Nope, these are yellow squash, summer squash. And here at the end, Daryl planted 2 tomato plants here, 2 tomato plants there. The beans that I planted are coming up. I need to put something down at the bottom. I think diatomaceous, because we do have obviously slugs having breakfast. And these raised beds were built last year. This is a volunteer lettuce that came up from last year. And I have my chocolate mint, apple mint, pineapple mint in here. I have lemon verbena. I also planted some parsley, as I have way too much parsley. And most of this is asparagus. Over here is my walking onion. We started this 3 years ago, and it has taken over the front part of this raised bed. And then these are my garlics. This one is purple glaze. This one is China stripe, and I do have some scapes I need to chop off so the bulbs will produce. This one is artichoke red. Again, there's scapes. Spanish raja. I don't see any. Yeah, I guess there are some scapes I need to cut off. And this one is Armenian porcelain. Now this one I don't see any scapes. This one here is red stripe. Again, there are no scapes. Elephant garlic has scapes. And Asian tempest has scapes. And over here, this one doesn't have a name tag. I may have to look on my little paper plan that when I planted these, so I knew what was what. These here are silver white. There are no scapes on that. German red there's no scapes. Oh, I guess there is one of them that has a scape. That's strange. And this one is a chestnut red. And this one has scapes I have to dig up. And here again, we have wild onion chives growing in the middle. These are my chives. I need to pull the tops off, and I'm going to harvest the chives, and I'm going to dehydrate them. This humongous puppy here is my horseradish. And as I said before, when Mom passed and we got the house ready to sell, I dug up the horseradish. So this is a combination of my mother's horseradish and her sister, my Antoinette. Both of them had green thumbs. My Antoinette also gave us some of her horseradish. So this is a combination of both. And there's some rhubarb down here I need to pick. I'm going to move the rhubarb. I think I'm going to take over that other raised bed and just put rhubarb. Here's another rhubarb plant, but the horseradish is just taking it over. Now this is our strawberry bed. This was started with 2 years ago with, I think, 6 strawberry plants. We had 3 ever-bearing, 3 June-bearing. Now, Dana, Tessie, just so you know what I sent you, this is what it ends up looking like 3 years later. So give those strawberries a whole lot of room. We do have some decent leaves. I don't know if we're going to have any grapes because of the last frost Mother Nature gave us. I think pretty much ruined our crop for this year, but hopefully. And this, I forget what it's called, but I'm digging some up for my friend Sue this afternoon. She's dropping off some more sweet potatoes and and some tomato plants. This is a ornamental grass that we dug up from the other house and brought with us over here. And obviously we've seen the hoops we've made out of cattle panels. And down this row are tomato plants, and they're doing rather well. There's a few that didn't make it, and we'll put in the ones that Sue is bringing me today. And these are also tomato plants down this row. So both of these rows have tomato plants, and we have beans coming up from volunteers from last year because we had wax beans and green beans going up the trellis also last year. And these are sweet peppers. I'm not sure if any of the peppers, I can't see any of the peppers, but the marigolds are doing rather well. Got some thistles in there I need to take out, so I guess I'm going to be bringing some seeds out. These are hot peppers, and here again, I see very few hot peppers. So that's disheartening. These are, I have 6 eggplants. So, and they are Hansel type eggplant. They're like long and slender. And I have seeds. I have golden celery here. There is pink beauty radish. It's coming up like crazy. Baby romaine is coming up. They're going to be thinned out. Purple kohlrabi. Daryl loves kohlrabi, and delicate blue kohlrabi. Radish, Easter egg radish, white radish are coming up, and Detroit golden beets are coming up okay. And these are Christmas red striped beets. Great Lakes lettuce isn't doing squat. Let's see what this is. This is kale. So this is doing well. Now this over here is Daryl's just kiwi arbor. At the base of all of those is where Daryl planted the kiwis last year. We've been told you can get about 100 pounds of kiwi per plant. I'm not sure. I'm sure if I'm wrong, Daryl will give you a little notice on the strip, but these are the barrels that the sweet potato is going to go in. Daryl has moved away the mulch, as he showed you in the part 2 of the video for the potato pots, and he has 6 of them set in place. And as you can see, the kiwi plants did survive the winter, so that's a plus. And this one is ready for the sweet potato slips to go in. So that's pretty much it. Everyone have a good day, and we'll chat with you later.